Title: Blood Moon Isle. The howling wind carried whispers of fear as I stumbled through the dense underbrush. My heart pounded in sync with the ominous drumming of the waves crashing against the rocky shore. The moon hung heavy in the ink-black sky, casting an eerie glow on the deserted island. I had come here seeking solitude, a place to escape the chaos of the world, but the island had secrets, and now it held me captive in its supernatural grip. It all started innocently enough. A yearning for adventure and escape from the mundane. I had heard tales of this remote island, untouched by civilization, untouched by time. An isolated paradise that promised peace and tranquility. The journey was treacherous, but as I set foot on the virgin sands, I felt a strange mix of exhilaration and unease. Days turned to nights, and the island unveiled its mysteries. Strange markings etched into the bark of ancient trees, a language long forgotten. Whispers carried by the wind as if the island itself spoke to me. But it was the moon that held the key to the island's dark secret. As the nights passed, the moon waxed, and so did the unease that nestled in my chest. I began to notice changes, subtle at first. My senses sharpened, and the rustling of leaves became a symphony of whispers. The island seemed to come alive after sunset, and the shadows took on a life of their own. On the third night, a blood-red moon rose, casting an eerie glow that bathed the island in crimson. That night, I heard the howls for the first time. A chorus of lament that echoed through the forest, sending shivers down my spine. I convinced myself it was just the island's wildlife, but deep down, I knew there was something more sinister at play. The days blurred into nights, and I became a prisoner of the island's nocturnal curse. Every sunset brought a sense of dread, a feeling of impending doom. The whispers in the wind grew louder, urging me to leave, but something held me back. I needed to uncover the truth, to understand the dark secret that the island guarded so fiercely. One fateful night, as the blood-red moon hung low in the sky, I ventured deep into the heart of the island. The air was thick with tension, and the ancient trees seemed to close in around me. The whispers became urgent, almost desperate, as if the island itself begged me to turn back. Ignoring the warning, I stumbled upon an ancient stone altar hidden in a clearing. A primal force pulsed through the air, and the markings on the stones seemed to writhe with an otherworldly energy. As I approached, a figure emerged from the shadows, tall, with eyes that glowed like molten gold. The silhouette was both alluring and terrifying. "Welcome, traveler," a voice echoed in my mind. It was not spoken aloud, yet it resonated within me. "You have come seeking answers, but the truth is a burden that not all can bear." The figure revealed itself to be Eliana, an immortal being bound to the island for centuries. She spoke of a curse, a pact made under the blood-red moon that bound the island's inhabitants to a dual existence. Vampires and werewolves forever entwined in a dance of predator and prey. As Eliana spoke, the air grew heavy with the weight of the island's history. I learned of a doomed love affair that sparked the curse, a tragedy that condemned the inhabitants to an eternity of moonlit transformations. The island itself thrived on the life force of those who stumbled upon its shores, trapping them in an endless cycle of fear and desperation. Haunted by the revelation, I tried to leave the island, but the ancient magic held me in its grasp. The trees seemed to reach out, their branches intertwining to form an impenetrable barrier. The whispers turned to desperate cries, urging me to break free from the island's clutches. With each passing night, I felt the change within myself. The heightened senses, the insatiable hunger for the moonlit hunt. I had become part of the island's curse, a pawn in its age-old game of survival. The once deserted island now echoed with the footsteps of creatures both human and beast. The blood-red moon cast its glow over the island, and the transformation took hold. My bones cracked, my skin rippled, and I succumbed to the primal instincts that surged through me. I was no longer a mere observer, but a participant in the island's dark dance. As a vampire, I craved the taste of blood, while the howls of my fellow cursed echoed through the night. The once solitary paradise had become a battleground where the line between predator and prey blurred with each passing moment. The island reveled in the chaos, feeding on the fear and desperation that permeated the air. In the midst of the moonlit madness, I sought out Eliana, the one who had revealed the island's secrets to me. She appeared as a phantom in the darkness, her eyes reflecting the centuries of torment she had endured. Together, we hatched a plan to break the curse that bound us to the island's malevolent grasp. The key lay in the ancient stone altar, the epicenter of the island's dark magic. As the blood-red moon reached its zenith, we gathered the cursed souls, vampires and werewolves alike, to confront the forces that held us captive. The island resisted our rebellion, unleashing its wrath in a tempest of wind and shadow. But we pressed on, driven by the desperate need to break free from the curse that had ensnared us all. As the ancient stones trembled, a blinding light enveloped the altar, and the island's magic began to unravel. In the final moments, the blood-red moon waned and the curse lifted. The creatures that once roamed the island in darkness were set free, their forms returning to their human selves. The air felt lighter, the whispers in the wind fading into a gentle breeze. As the first rays of dawn kissed the horizon, the island transformed. No longer a haunted realm of fear, it returned to its untouched beauty. The ancient trees stood silent sentinels, and the waves whispered tales of redemption. I stood on the shore, the weight of the curse lifted from my shoulders. Eliana, now free from the island's grasp, looked at me with gratitude in her eyes. The deserted island, once a prison of the supernatural, now held the promise of a new beginning. But as I watched the sun rise over the tranquil waters, I couldn't shake the feeling that the island's secrets lingered in the shadows, waiting for the next unsuspecting traveler to uncover the horrors that lay beneath the surface. The blood-red moon had set, but the echoes of its malevolence lingered, a haunting reminder of the night the island revealed its true, monstrous nature.